Okay, we're joined with manager Lee Lashenko after a 3-2 win against Larkhall today. Lee, what are your thoughts after that?
It's a long overdue win. We had the satisfaction of winning the cup just over a week ago. We had the performance away at Didcot with a primarily young squad base there, so I was happy with the performance, as I said, after the game last week. But today was all about the result. We wanted to make sure that we get back to used to winning games. Obviously we've got a tough run in with sides with a lot to play for. Larkhall today fighting for their lives. I think the game bore that out. The pitch is bumpy now, you know what I mean? Obviously it was a warm day, but I think the first half we played a lot of good football, showed good quality. In the second half we sort of let ourselves down a little bit, let them back into the game, and then still had the desire to go on and win it again. So I can't fault the lads' character, and it shows that they're in good habits right till the end of this season.
You need players to be counted upon, Lee, obviously in times where we were 2-0 up, obviously good first half, like you say, let Larkhall back into the game, but a player like George Dowling, he's come back now obviously from his suspension, and what a way to mark his return. I know he played in the cup final, he was allowed to play then, but what performance today, 2 goals. Definitely,
obviously George this season for me has been one of those where it's sort of been a bit frustrating for both of us in terms of there's been injuries, and obviously, as you said, the suspension that's sort of unsettled the rhythm, but let's have it right, he's pretty much head and shoulders the best player on the pitch today, and that's on conditions like we're encountering now. And the 2 good goals, it shows that he, again, to score the winner late in the game, to make it happen, to take ownership of the ball and dispatch the free kick with the quality that George possesses. They're very, very proud of him. I just wish I had him like a number of other players, game in, game out, because I know this season would have been a lot different. We've had a lot of injuries that I've never ever encountered before, a lot of bad luck that I've never ever encountered before, but we've taken our medicine and we're looking to play the season to the end.
Talk about that luck, Lee, and obviously it was a pretty dangerous challenge, obviously, from Jack Ham to get the sending off, and deservedly been given his marching orders. And then how pleased was it when you saw that free kick hit the back of the net?
As you say, Jack's one of those effective players for the club he's representing, but obviously when it happens that you get red carded, rightly so, then you've got to take your punishment, and obviously you're meant to stay off the pitch as well, which I mean, so like I say, I'm not here to comment too much on that. I'm glad Evander wasn't hurt because he rose the challenge, so is a definite red card, but Evander's had taken evasive action, and that's all that matters at those moments, because my duty to care is the players, and you can put up with people shouting abuse, that you can put up with all these other things, but dangerous tackling's got no place on the football pitch. And if Evander had come out of that with an injury and we'd scored the winner from the resulting free kick, I wouldn't have been happy, because it's duty to care to the player, and Evander's going to play a very good level of football next season, and I want him intact for his sort of launch on next season. But I didn't like the challenge on him, but as you say, luckily he's not hurt, and luckily we scored the winner from that.
I don't think we've had a chance yet, Lee, to probably have a conversation about obviously Lewis Britton. Obviously the pathway that Bristol Manor Farm has had for younger players over the years has been obviously very admirable, but to make that step up into a full-time contract at Weston-super-Mare, how pleasing was that for you to bring Louis back to Bristol, and then obviously see him now progress on in the conference?
Yeah, brilliant. Again, that was the game plan. I think he's got a good advice in Matt Luton, who's a man that I think Louis does a lot of coaching work for, and he was very helpful in us getting Louis here. And then obviously we had a chat, me and Louis, and I think there's other factors that brought got him to this football club. Jayden Nielsen played his part at the time. We managed to get him back at the club, and I think he was good mates with Louis, and we managed to get him to help get him to this club. So there's all different people played their part in that, but I think Louis will openly admit he's enjoyed every moment of playing for this club as well, and now I'm going to enjoy the fact that he's gone on, as you say, playing at our level of football. He's won in the cap feather and the cap for Bristol Manor Farm, and there's a lot of other youngsters that may take note of that, when they come in to this club joining our under-18s. There's a pathway, and that might be the way forward for the club for a season or two, to really embrace the youth, embrace that situation, and make our own, and let's go again.
Absolutely, and obviously home comforts today, again against Malvern, obviously back here at the NL Services Stadium. What can we expect from that one?
Again, another side fighting for the playoffs, another good side. We've had close games with them. I think it was a 5-4 scoreline up there. It was a mental mad day of football. I expect another good game of football with them, a good entertainment factor for the game, and hope another good crowd. And let's see, we're playing the season to the end. We want as many points as possible. We want to try and make sure that we end up in the top 10 of the division, maybe a little bit higher, and we can sit back and maybe say, well, it's been a decent season with a cup win and a top 10 finish. I think there's a lot of clubs that would sign up for that, especially with like the newness and the smallness of this club. But we know we've got work to do, and we're going to attack every game between now and the end of the season.
Thanks, Tom. Well,
thank you.